In December 2010, we found out our lab Alfie had osteosarcoma in his knee joint. This is a terminal cancer and his knee joint was disintegrating rapidly. We were given two options: pain management leading to a euthanasia injection, which giving him 3 to 4 months life expectancy, or amputation, giving him perhaps 1 more year, but still knowing this cancer is not curable. So leading up to the final decision, Alfie was on IV injections, which helped, but still he didn't have much quality of life. And people were telling us, put him down, how's he going to cope with only 3 legs? But we decided to go for the amputation, and a year on he's still with us, as happy as ever.
But when I first heard that amputation was a possibility, I just didn't really think it'd be fair to put a dog through that.
The dog is born with 4 legs. I thought it was quite cruel.
Because you knew he had cancer anyway, it kind of seemed like it wasn't a very good idea because his chances of living weren't that high. So amputating his leg might have made his life worse if he only had like a couple more months to live.
One particular day, I just had enough, keep changing my mind, just didn't know what to do. And my children, one of them said, but if we do have the leg amputated and he doesn't have that, he doesn't live that long, at least we've tried, at least we gave him a chance. And I just thought, yeah, and I phoned the vet up and just said to him, well, in fact, I phoned the vet up and said to him, no, I've decided the injection, because the time had come when the pain was too much for Alfie. He was on maximum tablets, painkiller, and the IV injections. The time had come where we were going to have to say goodbye to him, I think. And I just could not do that. And I phoned the vet up to say euthanasia injection, and then 5 minutes later I phoned him back up and said no, amputation. And he said, bring him in now, we'll do it.
Looking at him now, you wouldn't know that he only had 3 legs, but straight after the amputation it wasn't easy, it was hard. He came home and had this big scar, a big cone on his head. He'd still like try and itch with his leg and it wasn't there. And when he'd basically wouldn't want to move, so when his dinner was ready he'd run, eat his dinner, run back to his bed, lay down. Because it was the summer, he'd run into the bushes and literally lay there for 3 hours, not wanting to move because he was scared to walk. But then every day it got a little bit easier for him. He'd start venturing out, wandering around the garden. His first walk when he ran, and we figured out that when running it is actually easier for him. He like leaps now rather than hops.
So we spoke to the consultant vet, the surgeon, about the amputation, and I really just wanted him to tell me what he would do if he was in that situation, because it was really a difficult decision for me. I just didn't know what to do. But as a vet, they can't actually say, you should do this, you should do that. They just guide you, and basically he said you have 2 options: the amputation or the pain management until the pain gets too much and we give him the euthanasia injection.
Well, for Alfie, if he did not have his leg amputated, I think he was really sore. And I remember his quality of life was really poor overall. He was just not a happy camper, and I think at that stage probably he would have to be euthanized because he was so uncomfortable. And so I think that would have been needed within a few more weeks just to sort from it.
So now, a year on, you just wouldn't believe that he was a 3-legged dog, especially when we're on a walk and he's chasing squirrels, birds, other dogs, playing, and sometimes other dog owners don't even realise he's got 3 legs and they do a double take, and sometimes, oh God, he's got 3 legs, that's amazing. And it really is amazing.
One of my mentors used to say that dogs and cats are born with a spare, and most of them will do really well. They walk a bit differently, but they'll do really well and have a happy life on 3 legs.
Well, after seeing Alfie now, I don't really know why I had that opinion. I mean, he walks perfectly. Sometimes you don't even, know he's only got 3 legs, and he's really enjoying himself.
He's doing fantastically well, and they definitely made the right choice.
Now when I see Alfie, it's like his leg was never amputated. Like, he does everything that he did before. He runs really fast, he catches squirrels.
He's adapted so well. Obviously it was his back leg that was amputated, and that's the leg they used to cock up when they go for a wee. So now he still cocks his leg up and does a little handstand. We call it his acrobats. It's the funniest thing you'll ever see. I swear he runs faster now with 3 legs than he ever did before. He still keeps up with our other dog Louie, and when he's chasing squirrels, I've never seen a dog run so fast. Not only does he do his acrobats, but when he has an itch on his chin, instead of obviously using his paw now, he lies like flat on the ground and just rubs his chin against the floor to have a little itch. Although he's doing so well on only 3 legs, he still does have the occasional mishap.
With osteosarcoma, unfortunately, there is no cure for it, and it does generally go on their lungs. So it gets into a joint, into a bone, and then it goes onto their lungs. And once it's on their lungs, you are literally talking 2 or 3 weeks, and then they would have to have the fatal injection. I've been told he will have a cough when he's on the lungs, and I think it's a 2% chance it would never come back, just a 2% chance. But we are all hoping as a family that he's going to be part of that 2%.